Hey there, Steve here. Hope you're doing well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Here we're all about helping each other get better at math rock and Midwest emo style guitar. So I've been busy this week behind the scenes working out all of these different movable chord shapes in the key of F major in the tuning of FACGCE tuning, just for you. And don't worry, I'm going to share all of those with you in this video. And by the way, if you're a lovely Patreon that's watching the channel, I've put together a lovely PDF that's got all of the chords that I'm going to show you in this video, as well as some bonus chord progressions there for you as a thanks, as a way of saying thanks for supporting this channel. So go ahead and check that down below in the description. So in this video, I'm going to show you 7 chords in the key of F major that are just perfect for that twinkly Midwest emo kind of sound. And I'm going to show you these starting from the 6th string root up here, the 5th string root, and the 4th string root as well. So you've got maximum coverage for the fretboard here. Then I'll show you a couple of ways that you can use these chords to get started creating some twinkly ideas of your own. Like I said, these chords are all built from the key of F major. If you're not familiar with the keys, don't worry, you can still use these chords and you can still benefit from all of the shapes that I am about to show you. So starting from our 6th string roots, that first chord I've shown you is the tonic chord, so the first chord in F major. And you can use that one there. On the tab, I've muted this string because they're going to be these movable kind of shapes, but completely fine to play it that way too. We then come to our F, so F G, our second, is going to be a G minor chord. And there's a reason here I've got my index over the top here on the 1st fret. It doesn't really sound like a G minor chord when we're like that. It's going to be some kind of inversion instead. So we'll have to do a little bit of finger gymnastics there. And the good news is for our next chord, the A minor, we're just going to take this position and we're going to slide it up 2 frets and make use of those open strings for our A minor chord there. And then our next chord is going to be the B flat major, so the 4th degree. And it's kind of like that minor shape there. We're just going to slide this your little finger up 1 more fret. And now we've got the C major, the 5th. So that minor shape again for D minor. Now I've got the tricky one, which is going to be the diminished chord, so E diminished. So for this one, I'll just play it for you. The hard thing here is barring these 2 strings. It sounds like it needs to be resolved, right? So let's go to our F major chord there. So those are all the chords starting from the 6th string. Let's move on to the 5th string. So here, now we're starting from A, so F, G, A. So we're going to be starting from the 3rd degree in F major. So that's an A minor chord. You can just play that open like that. You can already start to hear some ideas in that chord itself. Next we've got this B flat major chord. Do like that one. Then our 5th degree is going to be a C7 here. Got that dominant sound in there, combined with these 2 open strings. Then we've got D minor. Now we're going to have our E diminished shape again. So all we need to do here is bring our index to the 6th fret on the high E string. So just to make that diminished chord. And now the F major 9. And back to the tonic there. Do like the sound of that one. And then after that, F, then we're going to have another G minor chord which goes like this. So again, we need that note in there. Otherwise it's not technically a minor sound. And then we're back to the A minor 7, an octave up. And lastly, from the 4th string root here, now we're in C. So there's your C chord. Now we're going to have a D minor, E diminished, and then our F major chord. There's the tonic, right? Then G minor, A minor, a B flat major, and then back to the C there, but it sounds like it needs to keep going, right, to resolve. So let's go through. C, D minor, E diminished, I can't get my fingers fit in it. Telecasters just don't want to do this. Listen to that intonation too. And then I really need to get this intonated. Then we're back to the tonic there on the F. Interrupting Steve here. If you're interested in learning little lessons like this every single week, then obviously subscribe to the channel. But another thing you can do as well is that every Wednesday I put out a newsletter where I teach a mini little lesson like this, and it should just take about 10 minutes of your time, so you can get better at guitar in just 10 minutes a week. If you're interested in joining that newsletter, there's a link down below for that in the description. Thank you. Back to the content. All right, so here's a couple of ways that you can start using these chords to be creative and start creating some of those twinkly kind of riffs. Now you know a bunch of chords in many different parts of the fretboard. What we can do is start to create these super beautiful twinkly chords in the left and right of your headphones, let's say, if you're listening to this, or in your speakers. And you can do this with two different guitar parts. So for example, if we had that G minor chord here, you could have a guitar playing that in a lower register, and you could have one up here. And if you put them both together, it would sound something like this. Or another approach we could do is we could keep them with that similar idea. So for example, we could have this F major 9 chord. You could have someone droning that down here, and then you could have someone playing other chords, arpeggiating them to create some kind of outline for another harmony, another guitar part. And you hear this in action in the American football Never Meant. You have this droning C sound that Steve Holmes is playing, and then Mike Kinsella's part, the counterpart, it's in a slightly different tuning, but basically the bass in that, the outline, is outlining a different progression, that counterpoint to that melody. And again, here's how that sounds if you were to put both those ideas together. So now you know a whole bunch of chords that you can take away and start using them to write some ideas. The next problem you might run into is you'll be asking yourself, well, how can I create some kind of twiddly twinkly riffs to go along with these chords? And I've got you covered there as well, because if you check out this video, I go through a step-by-step system of how you can write these twinkly ideas around your twinkly chords. How about that, hey? So thanks for watching, thank you to the patrons, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.